Hey guys, welcome back, and I've got an interesting story for you today. So while I was promoting Myths and Monsters, I was hanging out in a YouTuber's Discord server, talking about the game. And that's when I met another indie dev who's working on his first title, Nano Squadron. We talked for a bit, and I checked out his game, and I thought, yeah, I can make a video about this. Partially to help him out, and partially because it's always cool seeing what other indie devs are cooking up. And honestly, it's an interesting little game, so let's dive right in. Nano Squadron is a simple concept. Survive in an arena while endless waves of enemies and bosses come after you. You pick from multiple ships, choose your weapons, fly around, and blast everything in sight. You gather XP to level up, and try to last as long as possible. Classic arcade survival energy. Now, I'm gonna point out my biggest critique with the game right away. There's absolutely no story. I asked the developer about this, and he said he thought about adding one, but decided to lean into the Boruto, Bounty of One, and Megabunk style. No story, just jump in and fight. But you guys know me. I think almost any game is better with a story, even a tiny one. Still, despite that, the gameplay loop is fun. One thing that's both great and frustrating is that there are no attack buttons. You fire automatically. On paper, that sounds convenient. Until you're fighting a boss and the screen is so full of enemies that your auto-aim decides, nah, I'm gonna shoot literally anything except for the giant battleship that's trying to kill you. It's not game-breaking, but it definitely gets annoying. And one of the coolest parts of the game is the ship variety. You start with 2 ships at the beginning, but you can unlock more as you play, and each one has different abilities that completely change how you play the game. I don't have a favorite ship because they're all fun in their own way. And when you can slap almost any weapon onto any ship, yeah, there's a lot of variety here. And every run feels at least somewhat unique thanks to the upgrade system. You level up constantly and you pick from random upgrades, and you can reroll if you don't like the options. Though rerolls are limited, but you can eventually get more as a level up bonus. But honestly, I never reroll, so I never did this. And one of the standout ships to me is the one with no guns at all. Instead, it has shards, which are little mini ships that fight for you. And this thing gets a ton of them. And shards can do a bunch of things. They can go out and get experience for you, they can fight enemies, they can heal your ship or repair your shield. Honestly, shards are like one of the things I love having when I do a run. Just get an army of shards, because they're just fun to use and I think they're funny. Another cool ship shrinks periodically, making it easier to dodge projectiles. Combined, all the ship abilities with all the guns you can equip, as well as all the random upgrades you can get. And pretty much every run is going to be a little different, if not totally different. And you'll get completely different builds depending on what you upgrade and what options you have. My personal favorite was this one time where I got a laser cannon on my ship and also got piercing rounds and the ability to have it bounce off to other ships. Meaning, yeah, just look at the footage. I'm pretty sure this speaks for itself. You can make some absolutely busted builds in this game, if you know what you're doing and think about what you want to level up. And if you get just a little bit lucky. Also, I think the backgrounds in this game are pretty cool. Actually, scratch that, they're awesome. Whoever designed these did a fantastic job. The alien planets, the nebula colors, the whole vibe, it's just great to look at. The music is definitely unique as well. It's very techno and feels like something I would hear in a club. I'll let you listen to some of the tracks and decide what you think. Oh, and since the game doesn't have traditional levels, it just cycles through these songs as you play, which isn't a bad thing, it's just something worth mentioning. And the game does technically have an end. You can stop after beating a boss, but I don't know why you would do that. The bosses seem randomized, and once you beat one, you're stronger anyway, so you might as well keep going. And honestly, this game is great as a time killer. It's something you boot up to relax, blow up some enemies, and kill some time. It's not a bad game at all. I think it's pretty decent for what it is. And if you want to try it out, you can actually grab a bundle on Steam that has this game and Nova Rebellion. Yes, you can grab both Nano Squadron and my game, Nova Rebellion, the space shooter where you play as rock and roll space outlaws, and get 20% off each game. So, if you want to support the channel and try out Nano Squadron, that's the way I'd recommend doing it. I'll leave a link to the games in the description, as well as a link to our Discord server if you want to hang out with a bunch of other gamers and fans of Centurion Dragon Studios. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, I'll see you next Saturday. This is Troy Schultz, the Anti-Gamer Slayer, signing off!